Here are the top 10 stories in TV Platinum. On number 1, officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, have narrated how armed naval personnel allegedly threatened to open fire on staff of the Development Control Department during a lawful enforcement exercise at Gadowa District in Abuja. According to the Director of Development Control, Mukhtar Galadima, his team had visited the site on Tuesday to verify title documents and building approvals for an ongoing project reportedly linked to a former naval chief. Galadima told the FCTA Executive Council that rather than cooperate, the naval personnel resisted the verification team and issued gunfire threats. Despite requests, they failed to present any legal documentation authorizing the construction. He described the incident as deeply regrettable and a dangerous precedent for law enforcement in the FCT. The House of Representatives has directed the Federal Ministry of Education and the West African Examinations Council WIKE to suspend the planned introduction of computer-based testing for the 2026 WASC. This followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by lawmaker Kelechi Nwogu, who warned that rushing students into CBT without adequate preparation could trigger mass failure, frustration, and mental distress. The House stressed the need for broad consultation and infrastructural readiness before transitioning from the traditional paper and pencil model. The airline operators of Nigeria have criticized the controversial $11.50 levy scheduled to take effect on December 1, 2025, revealing that it was initiated by the Nigerian Immigration Service but announced by the NCAA. AON spokesperson and chairman of the United Nigeria Airlines, Professor Obiora Okonkwo, said Wednesday that the growing number of charges imposed on airlines is crippling the aviation sector. He warned that the industry is at breaking point, arguing that the new levy is unnecessary and counterproductive, especially for operators already struggling with multiple taxes, high fuel costs, and foreign exchange constraints. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday received the Security and Defense Report of course 33 graduates of the National Defense College pledging to give due consideration to their strategic proposals. Addressing participants at the State House Abuja, the president applauded the college for producing forward-thinking security leaders equipped to address Nigeria's evolving challenges. He emphasized the need for innovation, patriotism, and productivity in national service, saying it is our joint responsibility to ensure that this nation is productive, governed inclusively, and prepared for generations yet unborn. A federal high court in Abuja has ruled that former acting accountant general of the Federation, Anamekwe Nwabuoku, must open his defense in the 1.96 billion naira money laundering case brought against him by the EFCC. Justice James Omaltashaw dismissed the defendant's no-case submission and held that the testimony of 9 EFCC witnesses and documentary evidence had established a prima facie case requiring explanation. The matter was adjourned to November 24 for the commencement of the defense. The Edo State Muslims for Good Governance has dragged the Edo State government to court over its decision to transfer the management of several public schools to the Catholic Mission. In suit HAG 15-2025, the group argues that the move violates constitutional guarantees of religious freedom and non-discrimination, noting that the government allegedly failed to consult Muslim stakeholders before making the decision. Affected institutions include St. Maria Goretti Girls Grammar School, Annunciation Catholic College, St. Angela's Girls Grammar School, and Obaseki Primary School. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General YD Shaibu has reiterated the Nigerian Army's commitment to tackling insecurity nationwide while improving troop welfare. During a visit to Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah, the Army Chief pledged to address accommodation challenges in barracks and strengthen collaboration among security agencies and communities. Governor Mbah commended the Army's resilience and reaffirmed his administration's support for national security efforts. The Resource Center for Human Rights and Civic Education has voiced deep concern over the recent confrontation between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and a uniformed military officer during a land enforcement exercise in Abuja. The organization said the viral exchange undermines institutional respect and raises questions about professionalism in public service. The group stressed that interactions between civilian authorities and security personnel must reflect discipline, mutual respect, and adherence to established protocols. A federal high court in Abuja on Thursday failed to deliver judgment in the suit filed by former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido, seeking to hold the PDP National Convention scheduled for November 15 to 16, 2025. The presiding Judge Justice Peter Lifu had early fixed November 13 for judgment. After all, parties concluded their arguments. The suit seeks to restrain the PDP from proceeding with the convention due to ongoing legal disputes within the party. Lastly, the Academic Staff Union of Universities ASU Zone has accused the federal government of misrepresenting the status of negotiations with the union. Zonal Coordinator Professor Adeola Ibedokun said the FG's continued approval of new universities despite its declared 7-year moratorium shows disregard for the realities of Nigeria's education sector. He warned that creating new institutions without adequately funding existing ones will worsen the systemic crisis and undermine the quality of tertiary education. That's the top 10 stories on TV Platinum. Do well to like, share, and follow us on all our social media platforms for more news updates. Thank you for watching. I am God's gift, Julius. Bye for now.